All right, shalom. Shalom to the elect of Israel, whoever you might be out there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham rachak wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who do well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. Shalom to 144,000. It's the brother Amon Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with a quick lesson in regards to the kingdom of Israel being divided, okay? Because I mentioned it in a previous lesson that I did today, because if you don't know, the nation of Israel, which consists of 12 tribes, has been split, all right, into two different kingdoms, northern and southern kingdom. Though they're all Israelites and they're all the nation of Israel, there's a division amongst us, all right? And it's being repaired as we speak, which is a major prophecy. All right, we're watching the two kingdoms be brought back together. And so you can identify the two kingdoms, the southern kingdom, all right, which would consist of the so-called Negroes, all right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, those tribes, all right, that's the southern kingdom, all right, and our Lord sprang from Judah, all right, which is part of the southern kingdom. Now you have the northern kingdom, which would today consist of the so-called Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right, you see, and as you can see to this day, there's a split, and it's part of the curses, and then also a prophecy that took place from the time of King Solomon. All right, because of Solomon's fall, pretty much the kingdom was split in half. But I want to get into it a little bit in the book of 1 Kings, the 12th chapter. So here we have it pulled up in a blue letter, 1 Kings, the 12th chapter, and it says on the title, King Rehoboam acts foolishly. Now, if you don't know, King Rehoboam is the son of King Solomon, okay? And he's of the tribe of Judah, of course, because Solomon was a Judite. So this is the line of David all the way down to Rehoboam, okay? Now, let's go ahead and read this at verse 1. It says, and Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass, when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt. So Jeroboam is of the northern kingdom, all right? You see that? Rehoboam is from the southern kingdom. Jeroboam is from the northern kingdom. All right. Now it says that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. So the people were complaining, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, your father was hard on us. So now that you're becoming king, hey, lighten up on us. That's what the people were saying to Rehoboam. Okay. Now it says here, and he said unto them, Salaki. And while King Solomon was reigning, I got to make this point. While King Solomon was reigning, though they said he was hard on them, they had 40 years of peace. They didn't have any wars with any other nations in that time that he was reigning. And also, if you understand that King Solomon is the same spirit as YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus in a previous incarnation, you see? And the reign of King Solomon was a foreshadowing of the kingdom of heaven to come. When YAHAWASHI returns, the kingdom of heaven is going to be an eternal kingdom, eternal rulership and peace, all right? King Solomon was just a glimpse of what's to come. But anyway, the point is that, hey, YAHAWASHI was an austere man, and I'm willing to bet that King Solomon was also. That's why they said his yoke was heavy on us. He was an austere power, man. He's an austere king, should I say. Now, let's continue on. All right, the people were complaining, and they were asking Rehoboam, his son, to lighten up on them, right? And it says, and he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. He was like, yo, give me 3 days. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people? So he was pretty much asking advice to the counselors that were counseling his father. All right. You see, he's like, yo, how should I go about this? How should I, rule these people, right? Verse 7, and they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. So the older men, the wiser older men that were around when King Solomon was reigning, they were telling Rehoboam, hey, look, man, if you serve the people, man, you be on the people's side, and you do them good, you know what I'm saying, then, hey, they'll serve you forever. All right, that's what their advice was to Rehoboam, right? Verse 8, but he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. All right, now the old men, they were wiser, man. They were around when King Solomon was reigning, man. So they seen stuff. They had experience on how to deal with people. All right, but Rehoboam, he forsook that knowledge and that wisdom, and he listened to the younger men. All right, his peer group, right? Now it says, but he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. And he said unto them, what counsel give ye, that we may answer this people, who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which thy father put on us lighter? And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make it thou lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. So pretty much, he was pretty much telling him to flex on him. He was like, look, man, you need to just put these people in their place, and you need to flex on them. Tell them that, hey, I'm finna come way harder than how my father was when he was reigning. We finna be, that's pretty much what he was saying. Go harder on them. All right, that's what they were telling Rehoboam to pretty much say to the people. All right, verse 11. And now, whereas my father did lade you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So pretty much being a relentless ruler, man, over the people. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day, as the king had appointed, saying, come to me again the third day. So the 3 days were up, and now his decision had to be made, right? Verse 13, and the king answered the people roughly, you see, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, my father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord YAHAWAH. Check this out right here, verse 15. For the cause was from the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord YAHAWAH spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. Now, in order to get this reference, you have to go to the previous chapter, 1 Kings chapter 11, and we'll get that really quick, because this was a prophecy being fulfilled. All right, the Lord put it in his mind to hearken unto the younger men, to piss the people off, so that the kingdom could be split, because that's exactly what happened after he said that. But let's go back to the previous chapter to get this understanding. So here we have the book of 1 Kings chapter 11. All right. So it's good to know your history as Israelites, man. All right. This is something that you need to know, because it goes into what we're going through today. All right. Now, anyway, this is when King Solomon, he fell to idolatry in his old age, or he became old, and his wives were putting that box on him, because he had foreign concubines. All right. Of the other nations that was throwing that box on him, and it was getting too good to him, and he started bowing down to their idols. All right, you see, in his old age, you see what I'm saying? And that's when the Lord was pissed off. But it says, but King Solomon loved many strange women. See, there you go, women of the other nations. All right, and they be looking fine as hell too, man, but we can't bow down to their idols, man. All right, this is a lesson, because a lot of you jakes out there, some of y'all got foreign women, and they might try to bring that bullshit on you. All right. You might have a Moabite woman, so-called Chinese woman. She might try to bring that Buddhism shit on you, man. Nah, man, fuck that. All right. That's idolatry, and the Lord is against it. And it says right here, but King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, all right, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. He was popping all them foreign women. Now it says, of the nations concerning which the Lord YAHAWAH Bahasham Yahawashi, said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. Why? For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, good, whew, princesses, and 300 concubines. You see, the women of the other nations cannot be your wives. They need to be in their place, man. They're not on the level of an Israelite woman. All right, they're lesser wives. That's the most they could be. All right, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, which are idols, as it tells you in Psalms 96, verse 5. Let's get that real quick. All right, here it is right here. Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, made the heavens. There's only one God, man. Yahawah being the Heavenly Father, and through his son Yahawashi, all right, everything else was created. There's no other God, all right? Buddha, all those fucking weird ass 10-armed guys by those East Indians and all that shit. Shiva, I don't even know the other names. They don't even really matter, man. Because they're all idols. There's only one power, man, that created the heavens and the earth, man. Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. All right. So you bowing to another God outside of Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi is idolatry. And the Lord tells us that you should have no other gods before me. All right? Because it's madness. You're not really in your right mind if you're doing that, man. People be bound down to statues and shit. They can't do shit. It's madness. But people do it. All right, so back in 1 Kings 11, all right, he's talking about his wives, all right, and how his heart was turned away from the Most High by them. It says in verse 4, for it came to pass when Solomon was old. You see, he was in his old age, man. When you get old, you start losing your mind a little bit. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord Yahawah, his power, as was the heart of David, his father. Because King David, was a man after the Most High's own heart, as the scriptures tell you. All right. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, which I believe are Hamites, if I'm not mistaken, and after Malcham or Molech, the abomination of the Ammonites. And that's that child sacrifice god where people, they take their children and they put them on a burning ass statue, a piping hot, red hot statue that they heat up, and they put them in the hands of the statue, and the kids die, the babies die, and it's a sacrifice unto a false god, man. All right, and it goes back to Planned Parenthood today, where all those abortions are taking place. That's likened to sacrificing unto Molech, man, or Milcom, which is an idol. Now it says, verse 6, and Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord Yahawah, and went not fully after the Lord Yahawah, as did David his father. Then did Solomon build an high place, or a place of worship, for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab. So now he was worshiping a Moabite idol. And he built the actual, high place or a place of worship for that God, man, going off. In the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. You see? And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrificed unto their gods. And the Lord Yahawah was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from the Lord Yahawah, the power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. Wow. And had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. And he kept not that which the Lord Yahawah commanded. Check it out, verse 11. Wherefore the Lord Yahawah said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee. You see, that's the point. And will give it to thy servant. So that's when the kingdom of Israel is going to be rent in two. All right. Notwithstanding, in thy days, I will not do it for David thy father's sake. So it didn't happen while he was reigning. It happened after, when Rehoboam succeeded the throne, right? Notwithstanding, in thy days, I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. You see, this is a prophecy. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give it one tribe but will give one tribe to thy son for David, my servant's sake, which is the tribe of Judah, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. So that's played out and what we started off this lesson with in the next chapter. All right. So I just want to give a background on the prophecy and why the kingdom was split in half with Rehoboam, because it was prophesied in the time of Solomon, his father, man, for his sin. Now let's go back to 12th chapter. All right. So now we got that understood. All right. So the Lord caused Rehoboam to piss the people off to fulfill that prophecy. All right. So it says, verse 16, the kingdom divided, Jeroboam rules Israel. Israel is synonymous to the northern kingdom, the northern tribes, the so-called Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians today. The southern kingdom, like I said, is the so-called Negroes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Verse 16. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. And Jesse is David's father. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. So Rehoboam was reigning over Judah, all right, the southern kingdom. But the other 10 tribes, man, they pretty much dipped out. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones that he died. So they murked him, man. The northern kingdom, he put him to death because Rehoboam sent, the man that was set up for the tribute, you know what I'm saying, which is kind of like, taxes and whatnot, to the northern kingdom, and they stoned him, man. That's like an act of war, man. That's when the kingdom split. All right. So, it's kind of crazy, man. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. All right. So the northern kingdom was rebelling against the southern kingdom, man. There was a split. There was beef between the two kingdoms. And you see that unto this day, man. So-called Latinos and Negroes, they got some kind of tension between them, man. And it all goes. It really goes back to the curses. If you want to, really get into it. Matter of fact, let's get there really quick. It says, "Your eye shall be evil towards our brother." That is part of that. Let's get there real quick. So here we have Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. This is way back in the beginning. It goes into the curses that fell upon Israel for the rebellion against YAHAWASHI. And it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. All right. And toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So this is part of the curses that were put upon us as a people. All right. It goes back into, so-called black on black crime. So-called Latino on Latino crime, so-called black on so-called Latino crime, and so on and so forth. The division amongst the nation. All right. That's a curse, man. And that's going to be done away with in the kingdom of heaven, man, when all order is established, when YAHAWASHI returns, man. You see, but right now it's kind of being brought off in the elect because we're being gathered through the word, through the Holy Spirit. And that division is falling off of us through the elect, those who are in this truth. Now, the 2/3, hey, they still, got that shit going on, you know what I'm saying? That the whole northern southern kingdom beef, like in the prison systems. But even that's going to be done away with when YAHAWASHI returns, man. So continuing on in 1 Kings 12, all right, the split of the kingdom, right? So it says, verse 19, I'll read it again. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. And it came to pass when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation and made him king over all Israel. So he's pretty much the king of the northern kingdom. All right. You see, because Rehoboam, he was ruling over the southern kingdom, and Jeroboam was ruling over the northern kingdom. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. You see, everybody else was going with Jeroboam. And when Rehoboam, that's catastrophic, man. That's catastrophic right there, that split. Here we are, one nation under Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, and then all of a sudden the split happened, man. Now they beefing against each other, man. That's major, man. Okay? It's major. Now it says, verse 21, and when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin, 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors, to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. So he was gearing up. He said, "Hey, we finna go to war with the Northern Kingdom." All right. So they, we don't like that rebellion. We finna go to war with them to bring them back to their right mind. But what does it say next? But the word of the Most High came to Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. See, we're brothers, man. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearken therefore to the word of the Lord Yahawah, and return to the part, Salakia, according to the word of the Lord Yahawah. So Yahawah said, man, nah. But check this out. Then Jeroboam built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out from thence and built Penuel, or these cities. All right, Jeroboam built these cities. All right, and Jeroboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord Yahawah at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah. And they shall kill me and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah. So he's pretty much like, look, man, if I don't build the altars here, they're going to go up to Jerusalem to sacrifice. And then they're going to eventually turn back to Rehoboam, and then they kill my ass. So let me build these temples up here and set up, the establishment over here where I'm at so that they stay here under me. Okay, which is fucking wicked. All right. Verse 28. Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold. You see this? He didn't went on and made 2 idols. The calves of gold, just like in Egypt, man. The Lord was pissed off at that when the Israelites made them calves of gold and they were worshiping those idols. Look, check this out. It gets real wicked right here. Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold and said unto them, It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So this is some wicked shit. Jeroboam pretty much built these 2 idols and said, Look, Israel, here are your gods. Bow down to them. These are the guys that brought you out of Israel. Pretty much turning his back on Yahawah. That's the power that brought us up out of Egypt, man. By way of that miraculous work, delivering us from Pharaoh. But he sat there and told the Israelites that these are the guys that brought you out of Egypt. Now, if that ain't some wicked shit, I don't know what is. All right, we have a dark history, man. But anyway, it says in verse 29, and he set the one in Bethel, and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin. For the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. They were worshiping these goddamn calves. That's what Jeroboam started, man. And he made an house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi, because the Levites, the tribe of Levi, those are the priests, man. Back then, those were the priests set up by Yahawah. All right, they were the only ones that can enter into the Holy of Holies. All right, the high priest of the Levites, man, of the lineage of Aaron. And Moses, man, you know what I'm saying? So for him to set up regular Israelites to be priests, that was an abomination, man. You can't do that. Back then, that was not the thing going on, man. Now, YAHAWASHI, all right, he's the one that pretty much rent the veil in half, pretty much terminating the Levitical priesthood. Now, all men of the nation of Israel are able to be priests, all right? But prior to YAHAWASHI, it wasn't so. It was only the Levites. So that was a thing of rebellion right there that he did, man. Okay? He just took anybody, hey, you're a priest, you're a priest, you're a priest. He was on that Oprah shit, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Salakia, jumping on. It says, verse 32, and Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed Bethel, the priest of the high places, and he placed in Bethel the priest of the high places which he had made. So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart. So he just made up his own shit, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel, and he offered unto the altar, upon the altar, and burned incense, all right, to a damn idol. But I'm gonna stop right there. The point has been made. The kingdom was split back then, All right, starting with Solomon, bound down to idolatry. All right, but it was actuated through his son Rehoboam, man, and that's how the kingdom was split. The tabernacle of David, all right, the breaches, it was split in half. But in the previous lesson, I mentioned that the Lord is bringing back the tabernacle of David. He's bringing the northern and southern kingdom back together in these last days. That's a prophecy, and it's happening. All right, that whole beef between the northern kingdom, which is the so-called Latino Native Americans, Seminole Indians, against the southern kingdom, which is the so-called Negroes, is coming to an end as we speak through the word. Got to read this. Isaiah 34 verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, and read. No one of these shall fail. It means none of the prophecies that are in here are going to fail. All right? They're all going to come to pass. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. And the spirit of the Lord is gathering the northern and southern kingdom, man, these last days. All right? Through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. That's why you see brothers in camps, man. You got so-called Negroes and so-called Latinos and Native American brothers standing together, glorifying Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in great number. And these damn devils, Esau, hates that shit. You know why? Because he wants us to be divided, man. But he can't stop the prophecy. It says none of these shall fail. Now let's show you where it's prophesied that we will come together. Let's go to, I believe, Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. All right, so here's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37. I'm going to start at verse 16. Now, previously in this chapter, it talks about how the dry bones, which are the Israelites, all right, those of us that, when we were without this truth, we didn't know that we were Israelites. We were calling ourselves them bywords. We thought we were just black. We thought we were just Haitian. We thought we were Dominican, Mexicans. We thought we were all these things, right? We thought we were Cherokee and all this shit, but we're actually the Israelites. We were dead in a dead state. But guess what? The dry bones are becoming alive in these last days through the word. But this is talking about right here, the two kingdoms being brought together. All right. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, southern kingdom, and for the children of Israel, his companions. All right. Southern and northern kingdom. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. And Ephraim and Joseph, they're both the same northern kingdom. Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom. He's the head of all the 10 tribes, man. And that would be the so-called Puerto Ricans today. All right. That's that's the tribe of Ephraim. All right. Let's go to the next verse. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. You see, they're being brought together. That is an end time prophecy, and it's happening here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. It's going to trickle out through all the entire four corners of the earth. This is major, man. It's happening. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? So, he said, now when they ask you, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? All right, let's see what happens. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, all right, northern kingdom, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even the stick of Judah, southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. One nation under Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, happening right before your eyes, man. And Esau, you bitch-ass nations, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. All right? All right, now I got to bring this out. Check this out in the book of Jeremiah. Chapter 50 and verse 33, it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, northern and southern kingdom, were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Now, what is this talking about? This is talking about here in America, Babylon the Great. Who do you see here? You see northern and southern kingdom both getting their asses kicked out here, man, by Esau and these nations. Who do you see in the hoods? You see predominantly the southern kingdom being the so-called Negroes. And who else? Who do you see in the barrios, man? The northern kingdom, the so-called Latinos, man, all throughout this country. That's the northern and southern kingdom, Judah and Israel being oppressed together. That's prophesied, and it's happening. We're watching it, man. It's happening. And guess what? They refuse to let us go. They refuse to take their foot off of our necks. These damn devils, the so-called white man. All right? And they're really getting ready to come after you by trying to give you this damn RFID microchip. They're trying to make us complete slaves because they see us coming together. They see the Lord raising us up from that dead state. And now they want to try to hurry up and bring that microchip to completely cut you off from YAHAWASHI. All right, because if you receive that microchip, which is the mark of the beast, the Lord going to destroy you, man. You're cut off from the Lord at that point, man. And he has to destroy your ass. And that's what Esau wants. But the elect are not going to fall for that shit. All right? The elect of the northern and southern kingdom, man, they're being brought back into that one nation, that throne of David, man. The tabernacle of David is being brought back together. All right? All right? And this is Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 12. We're going to get ready to close it, man. I don't want to make this too long. It says, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah, northern and southern kingdom, from the four corners of the earth. It's happening, man. It's happening. All right. We're being brought back together. That tribe beef, that shit is dying out, man. All right. The separation between us is dying out. It says, the envy also of Ephraim, or the northern kingdom, shall depart. All right. That evil eye towards each other, man, that's departing. All right. And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah. All right. The northern kingdom ain't going to envy the southern kingdom. And Judah shall not vex Ephraim. The southern kingdom ain't going to piss off the northern kingdom anymore, man. Because we had that tension between us. And there's still a little bit of that left. All right. And Esau's trying to capitalize on that shit by trying to stir up a civil war between us with the immigrants and all that stuff. I did a lesson on that. He's trying to turn the southern kingdom against the northern kingdom. He's trying to undo what the Lord is bringing together. But his bitch ass is going to get caught up in that. And it says that the northern kingdom and southern kingdom is going to come against Esau, man. You know, and Obadiah, man. But anyway, that's another lesson. Hey, the Lord's finna turn up Israel upon Esau. He's gonna make us the battle axes and weapons of war. So anyway, continuing on. Yeah, that's the point right there. Northern and southern kingdom coming together, and that's what Esau dreads. He never wanted to see that happen. He wanted to keep us separate. All right. I'm gonna close with this. All right, Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. All right, remember how we fell? And close up the breaches thereof. He's going to close up those cracks. He's going to fortify us once again as one nation. All right. And I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old. Woo! Call Allah YAHAWASHI. Call Allah YAHAWASHI. Call Allah YAHAWASHI. All right. The Lord said it, man. We were a mighty force to be reckoned with in the days of old, man. All right, you don't understand, man. When we were together, hey, we were running things, man. When we were unified underneath YAHAWASHI as one nation, we were running things out here in the earth, man. And it's coming back. And it's going to be eternal this time upon who? The return of our Lord YAHAWASHI, man. All right? When YAHAWASHI return, everything going to be in order, man. All right? The kingdom's going to be fully brought together. No more division between the so-called Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans, man. It's going to be a thing of the past forever. All right, so I'm going to end it right there. Just want to do a lesson on that. Hopefully this was edifying to the elect, whoever you might be out there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashai, bahasham, Rakhakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bashmiah Shai. A Kwam Yasharala and a Bible bar. Shalom.